Beautiful morning, early morning, on my way to the Bay Area again. Let's do it. What's going on, everybody? Brandon Schaefer here. Just got off of work early. I'm in the Bay Area. So I decided I'm going to spend a little bit of time in one of my favorite forests, Roy's Redwoods Preserve. It looks like I'm going to get there about noon, a little after noon. So should be cool. Got some lunch, time to get going now. All right, guys, I made it to the forest. You guys ready to go in? It's so quiet out here right now. So usually during winter and spring, there's a creek here that flows pretty good, pretty nicely. It's kind of a small little creek. Last year, year before last or something, it was really flowing. It rained a lot of storms, and it was really flowing pretty good. It's pretty cool. But now it's all completely dry. So there's some nice light there. There's some nice light over there. So this is always a really beautiful area, but the downfall of, being out here and painting by this spot is sometimes it can be really windy, and it's also right near the road. So you get a lot of noise from cars going by and stuff. But this is a really beautiful area. I've taken many hundreds, thousands of photos here. But let's go a little bit deeper. Let's explore a little bit deeper and see if we come across anything worth painting. So here's something I always have to be careful of: poison oak. There's a lot of poison oak out here. Usually I always wear long sleeves and long pants and stuff when I'm here, because it's pretty cold in the shade anyway. But I've never had a problem with poison oak as of yet, and I've been here quite a few years, so I've been pretty lucky. So you might be able to see, or at least get a sense of why it can be so difficult to do sketches in this forest, because it's so chaotic. There's so much stuff everywhere. There's so many little branches, trees, little glimmers of light, and a lot of it's pretty dark. If it's in the shade, in the shadow, it's pretty dark. So most of your sketch will be very dark. So it's really tough to kind of balance the shadow and light, manage everything out here. But you really have to simplify, and that's what can be very difficult. Yeah, look at the beautiful light right here. That's one thing I love about the forest, just the beautiful kind of spotlight that comes down. I always get so inspired coming out here. It's just so peaceful, and it's just so amazing. The light, the amount of life out here, just everything's growing. Everything is, even though it's so quiet and slow moving, slow going, not a whole lot of animals, but it's just really amazing. And how old everything is. These trees are like 300 to 400 years old. And this one here, and actually the one over there as well, these were cut down probably about 100 years ago. So there's a few in this forest that were actually cut down, but there's only a few that they cut down. Not very many. So a lot of the there is some older growth here that actually they left. So that's cool to know. And with these trees that are fallen, who knows how old those are or when they fell. There's some here recently that fallen, but you can really tell a difference if it's new or if it's old. See, here's another big stump, and there's no tree around. There's no fallen tree next to it, and you can tell it was definitely cut. So what a bummer. What a bummer that they cut the trees down. So usually when I come out here, I kind of walk around and just kind of soak everything in. And then once I kind of walk through the forest a bit, then I'll see if anything pops out to me to paint. And I think this tree right here actually stands out to me. Little grouping of trees. They got some good light on them. I think I could set up quickly and capture them. One thing I always forget to do is kind of look around what's around the trees, because I'm going to have to simplify all that and paint it. So I want to make sure it's not too difficult, not too chaotic, but we're in the forest, so it's going to be difficult either way. But check out the light on this tree. It looks really nice, but if I do it, I'm going to have to do it very quickly because the light will change in about 10 minutes. The light could be gone from the tree. So there's a big tree. Smaller one. I think I painted in this exact area as well. But there's some nice light right here. And it might stay there for another 10 minutes or so. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to set up over here real quick and let's capture it. Let's do it. Super pumped about how that one came out. Really excited. That's been my best sketch in the forest yet, I think, ever. In oils, acrylic, whatever. I think that might be the best. Maybe I have one other one in oils that was better, but that's really close. I'm excited to do one more beneath it. Man, it's so incredible being out here and being able to capture it. And it's so peaceful, even with, every once in a while I hear a car go by or something, but most of the time with that painting I was super in the zone and it was so quiet. There's like no one else out here. It just really makes me think, like, it's amazing to just sit down in the forest. It really clears your mind, clears your thoughts. And for me, when you hear it being so quiet, so peaceful, it's just like, man, these trees have been here for hundreds of years. And it's just amazing to think that every day it's just this quiet and peaceful, and it's been that way for who knows how long, thousands of years maybe. It's just been still, just calm. It's just incredible, really incredible. That's why I think it's so important to get into nature when you can, even like whatever nature is to you, wherever you live on this beautiful planet. Just go out and visit it. Spend an hour out of your day, 2 hours out of your day, out of your week, whatever it is, and just be with nature and just observe. Just quiet down, quiet your mind, quiet your thoughts. Do some art, do some drawing, do some writing, whatever you do, be creative and see what happens, man. It's just amazing. It's such an incredible experience, incredible place. And it's funny because I know a lot of these trees. I've seen them so many times. I'm like, oh, I remember that tree and that tree. I know what it looks like. I know what they look like. And this place is never boring to me. It's always just an amazing experience. I love it. Anyway, let's get walking. I want to find another painting spot. Luckily, I had a good amount of light here. I'll show you guys what it looks like now. It's definitely changed. So now you can see the light's moved completely. This small tree is not in light. That's barely in light. So completely moved, completely changed. So luckily I was able to capture that little 10 to 20 minutes in time. Boom, it's captured. Pretty excited. So this is the tree I just painted. And you can see all the years of scarring from wildfires. Really cool. Their bark is fire resistant, so pretty amazing, man. Really amazing. Oh man, here's another giant stump. Look at that. Clearly cut, huh? That would have been a big one. That would have been an old one. The really crazy thing about all this whole forest is all these trees are connected. All the plants, everything. There's a big underground network. There's mushrooms, trees, they're all helping each other. There's this giant network. So even though some trees are just stumps like that cut down, in some forests and some situations, the trees will still keep that stump alive. So even though the tree's cut down, it's being supported by the rest of the forest. Really amazing. Mother Nature is just incredible. That might be the word for today. Amazing, incredible, beautiful. You know, that's how it goes around here on this channel. A massive stump. We haven't even made it yet to one of my favorite parts of the forest, where my favorite trees are. I'll show you guys. It's really epic. Really big, really old trees. So this tree here that's fallen, that's from last year, real recent. The crazy thing about when a tree falls like that, and it changes the whole dynamic of the forest, because this used to be kind of an open area I could walk into. I really remember how it was before the tree fell, and now that the tree's fallen, it's kind of, you have to climb over that tree now to kind of get to where you want to go. Pretty interesting. But I guess that's one way Mother Nature works. It's always changing. You know, something, we kind of, as humans, we believe like things never change, or we want everything to stay the same. But in reality, when you come out to Mother Nature, you realize that it's constantly changing. Everything is always changing. Every day, every bug, every plant, everything is changing. Maybe pretty slow. Sometimes like a tree falling could be very drastic, very quick. You know, that's just the way life is. It's pretty interesting. This tree has been hollowed out over the years by fire. So even though the bark is resistant to fire, sometimes there may be a weak spot in the tree or something, and repeated fires will just burn out the core of the tree, and then the tree ends up falling over. I mean, that's after years and years and years. It looks like since the last time I've been here, it looks like there's been some damage. And this tree is already kind of leaning a certain way, so who knows how long that's gonna last. Could be a couple hundred years, could fall over, who knows when. But it looks pretty strong, so I think it'll be around a while. Here's another one. Looks like people put a bunch of sticks and stuff in here. Sometimes people build little forts and stuff, even though you're not supposed to, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so let me show you guys my favorite part of the forest here. And I may end up painting one of the trees over here, I'm not sure. We'll see. Man, all the greens are just amazing. The moss on the trees here. It's just so many different greens. You know, there's cooler greens, yellow greens, red greens, warm greens. It's just really incredible. We're definitely gonna have to come back in the winter, early spring. This place is amazing. The harmony of red and green, it's incredible. Coming here in the summer, like now, it's kind of boring. All the leaves are kind of dead, everything's just green. But in the winter, and sometimes when things are a little more damp, so you get the darker, more vivid colors, it's an incredible experience. So I'm gonna have to bring you guys back to show you in all the different seasons. And we're gonna do some sketching then too. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be amazing. So this is my girlfriend's favorite. Giant ring of trees. And there's nobody here. Just me. So check it out. My girlfriend, every time we come here together, she loves sitting in this ring of trees and it gets her thinking, you know, she just loves it. She'll sit in here, I'll go around and take photos and look at everything and explore, and she'll sit in here for 30 minutes or something, and it's just an incredible place, man. So that's my girlfriend's favorite. My favorite is right over here, this big one that has some really good light on it right now. I think I might paint it here in a minute, but this one is just incredible too. And look at the branches. I think these two particular trees are old growth, really old. At least that one I know. You can just tell by how big it is, and yeah, it's just a lot bigger than the other trees we saw. I've painted this one in oils before. I think it was my first plein air oil painting. Was of this tree, and I think I'm gonna do a watercolor sketch of it. Got some nice light on it, perfect timing. There's no one else out here, so perfect. Let's do it. Alright guys, those may be the best sketches in that sketchbook yet. Really super happy with how those came out, man. This has been really great sketching session, painting session, trip to the forest. All in one package, it's been amazing. So last thing I'm going to show you guys is the meadow here, and it kind of loops back around to my car, and I'm going to head out of here. Then we can talk about the paintings. I'll show you up close, take the tape off, let's do it. So there's the light on the tree. It's kind of moved now, but pretty epic. All right, let's head out of here. Let's get to the meadow right here. This meadow is pretty cool. In the winter, it's completely clear. There's no tall grass or anything like there's gonna be, like you're about to see. So here's the meadow. Just a beautiful area. Alright, so now we're right back at the beginning. There's the first group of trees that I showed you guys. I usually walk the loop, that little loop I just did. I usually walk it twice because by the time I get back to the beginning, the light's already completely different. So you could just do that all day and you get completely different photos. Looks like a whole different day. Such an incredible place, but I gotta get out of here. I gotta head home. Alright, so here's the final paintings. Beautiful, man. I think they came out really well. I think my favorite is this one. Also because it's my favorite tree, but I think I just got warmed up. I kind of understood how to simplify it in this smaller format. So let me know what you guys think. I added some splatters to both of these while I was doing this one. They kind of show up a little bit. Just adds a little cool effect, so you can see some splatters here. And down there, down in the corner. Really cool. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Oh, I meant to show you guys earlier. So a few weeks ago I did some sketches in the forest, but I was doing full page, and you can see it was very hard for me to kind of simplify what I was seeing doing it full page. You know, this one came out okay, but I was having a lot of trouble. I was still learning watercolor. This was back in June, and this is probably my best one in that size. But anyway, you guys get the idea. That one's not too bad. See, kind of boring, kind of bland, and I gave up on this one. This was some ferns, and I gave up. That was the last one I did in that large format, and then I went to half page, and I feel this size is a lot easier for me in watercolor, especially on location. And you can see here, these came out a lot better than those other ones. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all this. It's been really fun. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Keep on painting and drawing. Don't get discouraged. Take care of yourself. Peace.